I was sitting around 6 inches for whatever reasons. I've grown 3 inches and have way more girth. Wow, at age 30. What's an explanation for this? I'm not complaining. I heard my wife has been complaining about being too big. Is this normal? Will it stop growing?
He's talking about his penis size, not the height and weight of his physical self.
No, at age 30, he came up to 9 inches. Huh.
Sounds like a humble brag email. He's
it's
like,
a humble
Doctor,
brag,
I got this problem.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
And welcome, everybody, to Dr. After Dark. Of course, keep those emails coming at drdrafterdark@gmail.com. And the voice messages at 818-253-1693. Of course, the great Josh Potter joins me today. What's up, man?
Hey, how are you?
Hey, now.
Good to see you again.
Hey, now. We were talking before the mics heated up about how football gave us a little bit of relief here from the crisis fatigue we're all feeling.
I was nervous that it was going to just be another one of those things that you use as an escape that ends up being a reminder. But it wasn't. You know, other than Andy Reid with his silly face shield, that was about it.
That was a little weird, wasn't it?
That was funny. It was pretty, like, he looked natural. It looked like he was looking into a microwave, you know?
Hurry up.
Yeah, it was all steamy. He was breathing on it and stuff. He was ready to go.
Really funny. Hold on. Now my wife is texting me as soon as I started.
Is it about football?
Let's see. It's not about football. Yes, from computer, but I am doing a podcast right now. Hey, did you whiten your teeth?
No, I just.
They look a little whiter to me right now.
Taking better care of myself.
Good. What prompted that?
I got laid a couple times. No, I'm just
good. Good. That'll do it.
One time really helped, but no, it'll do it. Even with the cyst, I got laid.
We'll talk about that a little bit because I got to. It was almost like,
awkward too.
It was almost like we had sex together. I did penetrate you.
I know you did. You fucked me in a third hole that I didn't even know I had. That's like, I mean, Jesus! You took my virginity in my lower back.
Your sacral virginity. Your back button, as Nadav calls it.
My back button.
Your back belly button.
Yeah, your back belly button.
I told her, I'm like, hey, well, you know, here's the deal. This is it back here if you want to take a look. And she was one of those kind of ladies that's like, oh, weird, let me look, you know, that kind of thing. And then she just didn't care. She wasn't.
Well, but I made it. It really is looking good. I just examined it before the show. Maybe we can take a picture of it. So.
Sounds dope to me.
But it looks great right now.
Will have people have seen the procedure by the time this comes out?
Nadav, explain.
So here's the thing: is that if you have watched the live show, then you will have seen.
You're putting the procedure in the live show.
Yes, we are.
It's made it to that level.
And then a few weeks after that, then we'll release it to the world. But for the first month or so, the live show is the only place you could see it.
I can't believe it's made it to that tier of.
So Josh, congratulations.
Thank you. No, I mean I am proud of it. I was thinking the whole time, like, who's gonna watch this first of all?
Well, the whole world. Now.
And now it's moved to like
center stage,
the upper level, the premier content.
Yes, it has. See?
Damn.
You don't know what we were doing back there, what we were looking at.
I do not.
Yeah, and you can watch too. I mean, it might freak you out a little bit.
I don't think I'm going to.
Okay. So I have not seen the finished product either. I'm going to see it. I will have seen it on the live show. So, all right. So what's going on with you? What kind of things coming up? And
Well, I am still streaming on Twitch, twitch.tv/Josh_Potter. As far as
why Twitch?
Because I play video games while I stream, and that's where you do that.
Because the Twitch audience, I have trouble relating to, I must say.
Well, they're children mostly, but there are a lot of your mom's house fans on there as well.
I like them because they usually have a great sense of humor, but they always go dark. They always go negative.
See, that's the thing I've learned about Twitch, or I had a fear of Twitch actually in the beginning because I thought it was that. I thought it was like Reddit people or like QAnon, those troll type people, 4chans and stuff.
Yeah.
They're actually very pleasant and supportive, to be honest. It's kind of like Twitch is very strict about their terms of service and things like that. So the people have been wildly supportive and very nice actually. So I don't know if it's like a misconception or what.
Well, no, it's not, because I get the trolls. They come on over, but they're funny. I'll give them that. No, they're really funny, and so I encourage them a little bit to try to get them to calm down and keep the funny going, but not the dark.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I mean, mine is all of adult age because you have to be like 18 or whatever to watch it, or it has a little disclaimer. But
hey, send them over to my stream because I do a stream every day at 3 o'clock.
Sure, I'll let them know.
I want more Twitch.
You do it on the Twitch.
I do it on the Twitch. I do it on the Facebook. You can find it at YouTube/Dr. Drew, Facebook/Dr. Drew. I stream every day. It's mostly, it gets a little heavy. I interview some doctors and things like that.
Oh, the dose of Dr. Drew.
Yes.
I didn't know you did that on so many different platforms.
Yes, we restream it everywhere. It
Okay,
goes
cool.
everywhere. And it's actually been a really good show. It's turned out to be a very, very good show. And I think people like it.
That's awesome.
And I interact through the chat, and so I see all the Twitch comments and all that, and I'm happy to bring them on. Once a week we do call-ins too, so they can call in.
All right. Well, I'll let them know on my thing there
thank
too.
you.
But I'm doing that, and I do have dates in November 17th and 18th. The 17th is Huntsville, Alabama, and the 18th Huntsville. Excuse me, I don't want to mispronounce it. I got to learn War Eagle or Roll Tide too, whichever one is that neck of the woods. But then also Nashville on the 18th at Zanies. So
that'll be cool.
Yeah, and then I'm supposed to get a couple more scheduled here, so we'll see. I mean, things are starting to look like they could happen. So that's very cool.
Something like normal, approximating normal.
Sort of, yeah. Limited capacity, masks, I'm sure, distancing and all that shit. So
good times, good.
Yeah.
And anything else we need to review? I feel like there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. It's of course my phone is blowing up right now. It's what's distracting
well, in
me.
terms of where we're at as far as the cyst thing goes,
yes, that's what I want to talk
insurance.
about. Yes. So first of all, tell me about that process. Congratulations.
Thank you. No, I mean it really. I don't know if
health insurance.
I'm the only
grown
one.
up, Josh.
Well, I've had it before. I just never had to buy my own or whatever. So now I did, and here we are. And I don't know how pleased I am with it, to be quite honest.
You got a PPO. That's good.
I did, yeah, because I mean I just bought whichever one they provided me. But here's the thing I did not know, and that you did not prepare me for. When you make these calls, you make one phone call to try and inquire about some options
for insurance.
I have gotten
now it's coming
4,000 spam calls a day now. I want to cancel it. I want to be like, no more insurance.
There is a app called Robocall. It's like $4 a month that will take it all out.
Okay. So and why it's just amazing. Is this why more people? Is this the problem with our health insurance in America?
It's an interesting question. I've not heard that complaint before.
More
but
people
I'm not
don't sign up because they just get bombarded by charlatans in the world, and it makes me nervous because I am so poor at buying cars. I always feel like I'm gonna make the wrong choice, and I'm gonna get bamboozled, or I'm too gullible, or something like that. And it makes me nervous about picking a surgeon, to be quite honest with you.
So we got to talk about that. So you don't know how to pick a surgeon?
No, like it would. There, people are like, read reviews,
like Yelp reviews.
Like exactly, like Yelp. I'm supposed to understand. Like Karen gives a shit about. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna read what Tim has to say about some surgeon. I wouldn't take a Yelp review into credence if I was eating at an Olive Garden, let alone at a fucking surgeon. You know?
But people's overall satisfaction is something to take into account. But number one, where did he or she go to medical school? You look at their training.
Oh my God, there's like a blue book on these guys.
Anybody that has great training will put their training up front. Okay. So medical school residency.
What's a good one?
There's a lot of good ones out there. Let me evaluate it.
What's a bad one?
Well, I mean, I don't want to speak ill, but if somebody couldn't get into a good school here, they might go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right. So
like overseas or something.
Something like that.
Okay.
But some of those are good. Some of those are good. And where was the residency? And was there a fellowship? And what have their positions been like since then? And are they board certified? These are all things you should look at. And nobody ever does. And we are so happy when you do it, when you look at our actual training.
Okay.
If you actually, this drives me insane when I see people, relationship expert, and you go on their website, and it's like, what is your training? You've had 4 marriages. Is that your training? You need to look at where they went to professional training, what the school was, what the postgraduate education was. That's a residency.
Okay.
Was there a fellowship following that? And then what sorts of positions and board certifications did that person hold?
Okay.
And if they're in a teaching hospital and that kind of thing, all very, very, very good.
So if you see one that's like Kuwait Medical School, you're like, oh, I don't want to
I'm just kind of thinking maybe. Okay. I mean, if somebody who then becomes chairman of the Department of Surgery at Harvard, I'm like, okay, whatever.
All right. Now, does it have anything on these fact lists about them, like this guy's super chill, this guy's like an asshole?
That's the Yelp reviews. That's the Yelp.
Oh, that's the Yelp reviews. Yeah. Okay.
So how much can we talk about this thing? So
as much as you want. I don't know.
We talked about it before. Josh has this pilonidal cyst.
Yeah.
It became intense. It started spreading.
Exploded out of my back.
It actually fistulated up to his back and created a huge fistula tract and
like
abscess.
A quado.
Yeah, it was a big mess, and this is what we did the video about when I didn't repair it, I made it heal. But now he needs the whole area out. He needs that to not happen again. And so that's not a big surgery, but it's something a general surgeon has to do. And so
What are we looking at in terms of recovery and stuff too?
Did I tell you I had this done?
Yes.
Okay. So I had it done when I was 18.
Damn.
I had to stay overnight in the hospital for it, which they would not do now. They would not do that, trust me.
Okay.
And
because they're way worse these days.
and I was done like on a Wednesday, and on Saturday I went to a college football game.
Oh, dope. Okay.
And I hemorrhaged.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I sitting on?
Is it because
There
you
was just
were
blood everywhere? It's because
you
I went
had
out too
repairs?
soon. I was what?
You had because of the stitches or something?
I did the version where they open it all up and pack it.
Okay.
So it heals from the inside out, much like what I was just doing with you.
Oh, so for
But
me,
they can open the whole area up.
see, for me, it would have been like I wouldn't have taken care of this, and I would have gone to a college football game, and it would have hemorrhaged, and I would have been like, it's just my cyst.
Well, it wouldn't have hemorrhaged; it would have pussed.
Yeah,
In your case, it would
Same
have
thing, my
exploded
bad.
all over the place.
Not same thing, but
Is that good, Nadav? You like that?
It's great.
Everyone gets so
Is
squeamish.
Nadava squeamish over there?
They all get squeamish about your thing, and these are the people that watch.
I
like,
know these
snuff
guys
videos
watch
and stuff.
legitimate. They're like, this person shitting on their food isn't enough.
no,
Isn't
no.
quite enough.
It's different because there's always a screen between us and whatever we're watching, but actually helping you with your cyst stuff was very, very real.
So because it was right in front of your eyes.
Nadav was my assistant in the whole thing.
So if you saw a person shitting on food right in front of you, it would have a more adverse effect than watching it on a screen?
Well, yeah, because there's also smells now and textures. And,
True, okay.
You're hearing sounds.
Fair.
It was good times. Here's an email. 30-year-old, have only one partner. Same with her. I'm her only partner. I was sitting around 6 inches, 4 or even. I've grown 3 inches and have way more girth. Wow, at age 30. What's an explanation for this? I'm not complaining. I heard my wife has been complaining about being too big. Is this normal? Will it stop growing? I also always had erections that they hurt. In fact, as long as I can remember having erections. Some guys do get that. It's too tense.
He's talking about his penis size,
His
not the
penis.
height and weight of his physical self.
No, at age 30, he came up to 9 inches.
Sounds like a humble brag email. And he's
It's a
like,
humble
Doctor,
brag,
I
but,
got this problem.
Sometimes it's testosterone can affect penis size sometimes, and maybe his testosterone level's up for some reason. So it's
Doc, I
interesting.
got this issue. My dick just grew too big. It's so big now, and I don't know what to do.
Anal for the very first time. My boyfriend and I have been together 13 years. We've been spicing up our sex life with toys. He recently bought a butt plug and a silicone lube for me. He wants to do anal, but I had a bad experience with an ex some time ago. My ex and I tried to do anal, but he just rammed his member in. I bled a lot. I cried from the pain.
Who are these fucking loons? I
Who
know,
are the-
I've heard of these stories.
And why do women subject themselves to this? This is the part I get even more confused about.
And they date these people.
Yeah.
What do you mean subject them? I mean, when it happens, you can't. Once it's happened, it happened.
But I mean,
kind
you
of,
would
but-
think that they would, they would immediately pull away from that kind of.
Yeah, that's
opinion.
not how it's supposed to go.
No, I know. I heard that doing a missionary style is a good starter. Should I start with using plugs to loosen myself up? Yes.
You should just not be with a fucking animal.
Well,
then.
she's with a new guy. A great guy.
okay.
I'm sure my boyfriend will start to move being slow and not ram it right in. Yeah. Well, the fact that you had bleeding suggests there might have been a tear or maybe a hemorrhoid. So be very careful. You don't want. There could be even scarring left behind from that. That can be. You don't want to tear things again.
I had a
very,
little
very slow.
scratchy poo go on in there.
What?
One time I had a finger and the lady's nail, little scratch action.
With blood?
Yeah.
Congratulations. And
Is there any permanent things? that
well,
get-
the problem is if you
if I shit
lacerate
through the crack.
no, if you lacerate, it can scar and tighten.
Mm.
You see, the scarring pulls it together, and that's when you can tear it again.
But you shouldn't worry about shitting on the wound.
No, you can't help that, right?
Right.
But let me finish with this guy,
Yeah,
or this
sure.
lady, which is yes, use the plugs and things like that, but go very, very slow. Use lots of lube. This is birth control detox. Basically, I've been hormones birth control for 7 years. Just got out of a 5-year relationship. I don't plan on dating or being sexually active. I've been having anxiety and depression. So I'm asking if getting off birth control would be beneficial or just make my anxiety and depression worse. I cannot make that call for you. Either are possible. It might make it worse. It might make it better. You've got to go see a doctor about that. And you might want to get on something in the transition with some SSRIs or something just to kind of, if there is any destabilization further of your mood, that you can kind of get through that. I think that's what I'd probably recommend. But I'm glad you're getting off the hormones if you don't need them.
Birth control really fucks some people up, huh?
Yes. In fact, I want to make a public service announcement. Doctors do not talk to women enough about the side effects of the high potency progesterones in most birth control pills these days. So the estrogen is sort of what causes all the side effects and the concerns, the breast cancer, all this stuff. So they switched them all over to these progesterones. The progesterones are very powerful. They cause vaginal dryness. I can't tell you how many calls I've gotten, girls saying,
My pussy's so dry.
No. They say, I'm allergic to my boyfriend's semen. It burns when he ejaculates.
My vagina's dry.
And it's just a dry vag.
Okay, so
or atrophic vag.
Wait. So when their pussies get dry, the semen burns it?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's irritated. It's not just dry, it's dry and irritated.
So like
it's
if I
friable,
jizz on my dry skin of my hand, would it burn?
It's not. It's like, imagine if your mouth was, you go
dried out?
Yeah, not just dried out, but you irritated it somehow. Like,
And the semen would make it like you're
think
eating candy.
if you had a cold sore on your mouth. It's that kind of thing.
And you had like a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. So vaginal dryness, low sex drive, changes in moods. Now, some women actually their sex drive goes up and they have improved orgasmic function. Most women, it goes down. And about 20% of women, sometimes that never comes back.
Wow.
So it really is important to pay attention to those side effects if you're getting them. And no one ever tells you about them.
And then does that just mean different birth control, or does that mean like you're not a birth control?
It can mean either. It can mean, it's hard
Jesus.
to tell. Yeah, it means watching the potency of the progesterone more than anything else. So I promised I was going to put the septic tank follow off until today to bring to you, Josh.
Oh, there's a follow-up, eh?
Yes, there seems to be.
Huh, I wonder what it is. Did he get out?
Which is really an interesting
Was
question.
that the follow-up? I mean, like, what could it be?
Well, it's very interesting that you ask. We have two different things to
Let
show
me guess.
you.
He found another one.
Well, it's a different septic fanatic. It's actually two different septic fanatics.
Oh my God, you mean this is a thing?
One that
means
we
this
found,
is a thing.
and
Think about
actually,
that, Josh.
and Drew, and one that Duncan Trussell found for us.
Okay.
Well, you people go spelunking and things like that. They go rock climbing. They have hobbies like that. Maybe this is like a sort of
It's a thing.
new extreme sport.
Yeah. I like that.
I'm waiting for it to be acknowledged in the X Games, to be quite honest with you. The
All right, so
septic
here's-
tank
This is
dunk.
Duncan's?
No, so this one's ours. We'll show you Duncan's later because it's a different flavor.
Piglet plays on the dung
Different
heap.
flavor. Ooh, look at that. Uh-oh.
He looks like he's working for the city.
Oh my God. Somehow the pig mask makes it that much. Oh, jeez.
That just feels like it could be mud, though, you know?
It's. Oh my God. What's weird to me about this one is that this person is completely covered in plastic, essentially rubber.
Well, you know
Right.
what bugs me about it, and I'm a little concerned,
Oh
is
boy, here he goes.
that jacket makes it look like he's an employee of the town, and
Yes, yes.
he's working at the moment, and
Yes.
this is what our tax money's going
Yes, it
to.
does look like that. Now he's in diarrhea. Let's be fair. That's diarrhea.
Yeah, well, it's water. I mean, it's like, it might not have been diarrhea when it came out of the human, but it was made into diarrhea.
Uh-oh. That bothers me a little bit. He's going face first into the dung. But he's not doing it with great verve.
No, he's got
going
a mask on too, which makes me think he's kind of a pussy. Like, take the mask off and put your face in there. Bro.
Well, this doesn't bother me as much as the other guy who didn't feel as hermetically sealed.
Well,
This guy seems sealed off from the world he's swimming in.
that's
This
true.
next one's gonna get you.
And oh, great.
But may I say also, the last guy, it was a context thing. You could tell he was in a septic tank of shit. This
Yes.
looks like this guy is playing on a. It looks like he's just making mud pies like a kid.
It could
or
be.
something.
It could be.
You know what I mean?
Your brain can delude yourself.
My brain isn't going
But
to shit.
stop.
This guy looks cool.
Hold on a second. But the other thing about that, there's something almost funny about the way he sits in it and stuff. It's a little comedic feeling.
Right.
So that's a bit of a relief.
And
Now,
again, it makes me feel like it's part of his job, and we're
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
him have folly
yes.
on the clock, and I don't like that.
Exactly.
Waste.
All right. So
government
speaking
waste.
of waste, what's going on here? Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. We're laughing at it. This is manure tank, they call this.
Oh my God.
Who's Mark Martin? And this is from Duncan Trussell.
Yeah, Duncan found this and he decided to share it with us.
I appreciate his large S.
I like him the best, this guy. On
This-
all of them.
oh
He's
my
the
God.
coolest one.
Oh, now he's humping them.
Yeah, he's literally the other one when it was going like when he had his legs spread. It was like when a woman has like the shower head and she's trying to get off. You know.
Yeah, but this guy, the other guy, I don't think would have thought of humping. This guy thought of this.
And that's why he's the best one.
Yes, this occurs to him. And
He has a boner this whole fucking time.
He is Oh, he's gonna show us too. Oh,
yeah, there you
Jesus.
go. Look at. See, I told you he had a boner.
What the hell, dude?
He's jizzing now.
No.
He needs
No.
He needs the shit on his jizz on his
no.
dick. I mean, there he's jerking his dick off. Yeah,
I know.
I told you.
Oh,
He's using the shit
no.
as lube. This guy is a fucking innovator.
The right.
I don't know why he wants his head in there, but I want him to fuck the hole.
It's too big. Well, here you go.
But yeah,
he
but
turned
it's
it
got
off.
stuff
Look at that. He
coming
can
out.
turn it off at any time.
That's nice. He's look at now. This is like he's gonna light a cigarette. He's like this is his afterglow.
So, Drew, which one of those is medically worse for you?
I thought Duncan was my friend. I'm just contemplating that.
That's right up Duncan's alley. That guy was all about love and stuff.
Yeah, he was a punk. Yeah, the latter guy without any protective gear. I'm gonna say that's our.
Not only was he not protected, he also had an erection.
I know he was able to listen,
And
even
that
if-
wasn't protected either. He didn't put anything on that.
And even if that was acting and is able, just the fact that he was able to muster an erection,
Right.
that's a tell.
Exactly, dude. I mean, Jesus. I can't even sometimes in the most elite sort of situations, let alone. Did you notice when you prepped that clip, did he wear a condom on his dick? Was he safe about his dick getting like shit in its hole?
I don't think that would make any difference.
Okay.
I don't think that the pouring the shit over his head is really where the problem
Yeah.
is.
What if he did? What if that's where he drew the line? He's like, I put a condom on my dick. put it
Yeah,
on
I
my-"
draw the line there. Then I would know exactly how distorted his thinking is.
He was fun though. I mean, he was like
He was into it.
getting it up his ass and shit. He liked
Yeah.
it. He was putting shit back up in his ass.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yes, he was.
Like where it comes from, you know how
Right,
like,
he
shit
wanted, he
usually
wanted to go
comes out?
back.
Yeah.
Yes, he wanted to. But he is exposing himself, to answer Nadav's question, to the oral fecal contamination route for illness. So hepatitis and Shigella and all those good bacterial ailments can get right into your body and have at you. Amoeba.
If he
amoebic
laid
dysentery.
under that pipe like yogurt land, you know, where you could go like,
Yeah.
What do you think he get? How long before you get like real sick? Like if he was just like guzzling.
It depends what's in there. Right.
It depends on the shit, huh?
And he would vomit pretty quick because your body is designed to kick that shit.
I don't know. That guy was up in that crap.
I think it would still kick it back. I think it would kick it back. But now I know why you're one of the loved members of this team here. You're taking things from bad to just insanely bad.
Am I? I don't know.
so-
These are just the questions
Yeah,
I
just
feel like
curious.
that are conjuring
You're
from.
just curious. I know you're just
Yeah.
curious. I'm just saying that's.
He is fun though. That guy. The first guy was like, I was a
He
little
was
pissed off at. I was
was-
like,
yeah,
I don't like
this-
where my government money's going.
No,
with
this guy's cool. Strictly cool.
Yeah.
Conspiracy dad boner. Can we see what's going on there?
Oh wow, that's a fun lane.
You know.
Well, I know what a dad boner lane is, and to add conspiracy theorists to it is even more entertaining.
No.
Oh, it's this guy. Okay.
This is the logo which the Vatican is promoting to announce the Pope's visit to the United States. And at first glance, you might think that this was a family logo.
Pause it.
promoting-
Pause it. Can I guess? This is what he's going to do. He's going to say, as you can see here, the P and the Alphia is for pedophilia, and the bell symbolizes demonic. You know, he's going to go into one of those right now. I
He's
think.
got a cross on his chest. He looks very priestly. He's got a little modern art in the background.
No, this is all going to be about child sex trafficking.
And we're not going to pull back. He's not going to have pants or something.
No, this is just him going to take a perfectly innocent church meeting, it looks like,
Okay.
world meeting of families, and he's going to turn it into a cabal of pedophiles.
Here we go.
A normal marriage between a man and a woman. However, there is a hidden agenda
Oh, geez.
in this logo to promote the gay agenda.
Oh, my bad. It was gays, not pedophiles.
That's
Oops.
because this image actually shows two men, and their relationship is a sexual one and not one of holy matrimony. The two figures are actually in a masculine shape. They are wider at the shoulders, the upper part of the body, and they taper down, just like a man.
Uh-huh.
What must it be
Secondly-
like to look at the world this way? This is really, I mean, I'm just actually kind of disturbed.
Well, it's what it is.
Forget his hate, his homophobia, and all that stuff. That's disturbing enough. But to be looking for weird
it's a shame
things
that
to be disturbed about.
it's a shame that he is so homophobic that he fears himself because he doesn't realize he's seeing all these gay images because he is
everywhere.
so horny for fucking dudes.
Right.
He is so gay that he is seeing gay shit in everything that doesn't even have gay
That
shit.
could be true.
That's
Secondly,
exactly what's going on.
There is no indication that the figure on the left is a woman, even though it is shorter.
I
And
checked her
if you look at
details, and she
ordinary-
has no vagina, and I checked for a penis very thoroughly.
Is he going to make that? What's implied in this image is sort of a child being shared or maybe passed between two people. That's what's implied, right?
Well, I
Middle
think
there.
what the photo is
a family.
To
It's a
describe it to
family.
people that
Yeah.
are listening, it's a shape of a bell with a cross at the top, like you would see on a church banner, and
Yeah.
inside of the bell is like barely like just stick figures almost,
like an upside down exclamation point.
yeah, of human beings, and he's discerning the fact that there's no woman in this.
But
I
you
looked
could easily look at it and go, "Oh, there's a family of some type here,
Yeah.
and maybe a shared child that's."
You know what a normal person would do? They would look at that sign and they wouldn't even register what it was. They would
They would not
continue about
think-
their day.
That's my point. The fact that he's thinking about these things, he's that homophobic, is so distressing.
People wouldn't even acknowledge this sign enough to go to this event,
No,
let
I know,
alone.
for sure.
And if you look at ordinary logos of men and women, for example,
Oh my God.
in outdoor
He showed
public
us the restroom
restrooms,
sign.
you'll see that the female always
She
wears
always
a
has a dress.
Oh my God!
Distinguish
Give me a
the
break.
female from the male.
Oh my God! What is going on?
However,
this man's got to
in
be a
the
mass murderer
Vatican
or
law-
something.
Like when he sees a woman in public, she's like, she's wearing pants. She must have a cock. I totally want to suck it secretly, but I'm not going to. That's the devil. That's the devil. When a woman wears the pants, that's the devil
It scares
telling
me
us.
this guy's going to come and sue us. He seems like that kind of person.
What?
Yes.
Well,
However,
he's got to send a cease
in
and
the
desist first.
Vatican logo, there is no distinguishing between the male and the female. In fact, they are both male. And also the two children on either side. What are they? Are they boys or girls? They are wider at the top, they taper to the bottom, and therefore they also are males.
Can you
In
imagine what
fact,
this guy's
all
comment-
the figures in this logo are male.
Can you imagine what this guy's commentary would be about?
I thought you said, can you imagine this guy coming? I
No,
swear
no,
to God, I
no.
thought he just
And
said
I
that.
cannot, nor would I like to. But can you imagine his commentary on gender? Where his head would go. I mean, I can't even imagine what he'd be saying.
What is that between them? Is that a baby? Well, obviously, no, it can't be a baby.
Can't?
That is, in fact, a hidden phallic symbol.
I knew it.
What
It was
we
gonna
are
be a
seeing
penis.
Here is an image of gay marriage and, in fact, gay sex.
Is this a comedy? Is he kidding?
No, I love
Nope.
it. though. I love that he's not kidding. He's so gay, this poor man. He wants to get fucked by a guy so bad, and he's
Here
just
is
never
where
going to be able to.
Satan is hiding himself
Oh, okay.
as an angel of light.
I
You look
see.
at that image and you think it is a family image. It is not.
It's an
It is
orgy.
a satanic logo promoting gay marriage.
If it was that, I think it'd be a pretty cool logo.
It would be, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't. He exhausts me. I can't. Is there more? I hope not.
No, good timing because that was the last clip.
No,
I've
this
had
guy, he makes videos like this all the time, I guess, and I'm fascinated by how gay he is and how he won't let himself. Don't you just want to have those guys just be like, hey man, just give yourself like 2 days to be as gay as you can, and then I bet you'll be like, you know what, that YouTube channel I have, I don't need to do that anymore. I'm
I
pretty
feel
fulfilled.
bad for everyone involved with that particular video. Next up, our friends at Upstart. And during these turbulent times, everyone is looking for a way to feel more financially secure. So if you're still needlessly throwing money every month at high-interest credit card debt, it is time you checked out Upstart. It's the revolutionary online lending platform that knows you're more than just a credit score. Now is the time to find out how low your Upstart rate can be to help pay off high-interest credit card debt. Unlike other lenders, Upstart can reward you based on your education and job history. This is in the form of a smarter rate. You don't need a degree or diploma to apply, though. Upstart lets you skip going to the bank because it's completely online, and they offer loans from $1,000 to $50,000 so you can consolidate your debt into one easy fixed rate payment. Upstart makes it fast and simple to check your rate, and since it's just a soft pull, it will not affect your credit score. The hard pull happens if you accept your rate and proceed with your application. The best part, if the loan is approved and accepted, most people get their funds the very next business day. Over 400,000 people have used Upstart to pay off credit cards or meet their financial goals. Free yourself from the burden of high-interest credit card debt and get back to using your money your way with Upstart. See why Upstart has a 4.9 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot, and hurry to upstart.com/Dr. Drew to find out how low your Upstart rate can be. Checking your rate only takes a few minutes. That is upstart.com/DRDREW. Your loan amount will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Not all applicants will qualify for the full amount. Let's take a little break so I can tell you about our friends at Keeps. Of course, men, we're wrapped up in our hair. We don't like it if we lose it. When we get into our 20s and 30s, we start noticing the first signs of loss. It is panic time. But let's face it, no guy is ever ready to go bald. And now there is Keeps, simple and easy way to keep your hair. 2 or 3 guys experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have the hair. You used to have to go to a physician to get hair loss prescriptions. Now, thanks to Keeps, you can visit a doctor online, get the hair loss medication delivered right to your home. They make it easy and deliver your medication every 3 months so you can say goodbye to the pharmacy checkout lines and the doctor visits and the waiting rooms, especially now with COVID. You don't want to go out and do that, wait in lines or sit in a waiting room. Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there. You may have tried them before, but never at this price. Keeps treatments typically take 4 to 6 months to see results, so it's important to act fast. And the sooner you start using Keeps, the more hair you will save. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and more than 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention. Keeps treatments start at just $10 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get your first month for free. Now, if you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com, KEEPS.com/Dr. Drew, and you will receive your first month of treatment for free. That is Keeps, KEEPS.com/DRDREW. And again, you get that first month for free at keeps.com/Dr. Drew. Here, speaking of gender, let's do some gender email.
Boy.
I'm a straight male, polyamorous, astral gender. I don't know what
Hell
that
yeah,
is.
that means he's into space shit. He's like, I'm from Mars and shit, right?
Non-binary. Recently stumbled across what's known as tranny porn. It disgusted me at first, but I ended up becoming a deep fetish. I have a girlfriend who I've been happy with for many years, but it started to become an issue. I've never had any gay thoughts, but recently have been more and more aroused by transsexual porn to a degree where I prefer it over regular porn. I don't identify as gay. I have zero attraction to regular-looking males. I'm only attracted to transsexual women, meaning C's with D's, essentially, is what he likes, right? That are effeminate. I'm still attracted to my girlfriend, but hate keeping the secret. Is this normal? I perhaps think the sign of a hedonic treadmill of porn. And yes, you are on the. That's exactly correct, James. So, what do you want to comment before I get into it?
I don't even know what he just said. I mean,
he's getting upset that he's watching a lot of transgender.
I glassed over after the 9th adjective to describe what he is, and if someone introduced themselves to me and said that they were all those things, I just go, cool. That's cool.
But I know exactly.
I don't need to,
But he's exactly right. He's on what's called the hedonic treadmill.
He just likes fucking a lot of people, right?
No. He likes his girlfriend, but he's upset that it's starting to decrease his sexual desire for his girlfriend, all this stimulation he's getting from transgender porn.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
So I think he's liking, it seems like he's talking about highly effeminate, highly female, non-surgical transgender females. And it's such a fetish that he's preoccupied with it, and he's sort of losing his mojo for the real deal. Which happens.
I'd imagine. I mean,
people get erectile dysfunction from any of these hedonic treadmills they get on with porn. You have to go cold jerky.
The way you just described his thing, the thing that he's like into, I went.
Nadav got it. Thank you.
I'm trying to
Thank
go like.
you. Josh isn't listening to me anymore.
I'm trying to figure out the math here.
I just said he needs to go cold jerky. He needs to
cold
stop,
jerky.
He needs to stop jerking off. He needs to stop the porn. He needs to go cold turkey.
I was hung up on, you were like, well, he's into these. And then you named like a certain faction of society that he's into. And I was trying to go like, oh, what's that? and then
What does that
I was
look like?
gone.
Okay, and so, but the point is, what guys do is that get porn addicted is they'll go into more and more sort of things that are more fetishized and more stimulating, more arousing, sort of
Niche.
to-
Yeah.
and it can put them off the track in terms of their normal chi.
Astral gender, though.
I don't know what that is. Look that up for me.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if we could look it
Look
up
at-
because I only know it as
here.
like, what is it? You're Ziggy Stardust, right? Like you're just.
Is that astral gender?
Yeah, because I thought that's what it meant. Like you're space gendered. Like you're part of the.
Do you have it, Adab? I'm
the
looking it up on
cosmic,
my
the
phone.
cosmos.
Astral. I want to learn something.
Like I'm
This
into
is good.
NASA stuff. I love Apollo 13. Does that make me
Astral gender comes right up. Xenogender, non-binary wiki.
Yeah, it's someone that just identifies as an astral being from out of this world.
So they're like a moon or a star.
It isn't defined as either female or male, but other kinds of ideas that most people don't think of having to do with gender.
I wonder if it can be fluid within celestial things. Like, can it be a planet one day? Now I'm a moon, and now I'm an asteroid.
Do you get it?
Do I get it? No,
no,
I'm
no,
clearly
no,
over
I'm
here
trying to-
floundering.
Well, yeah, because Tom came out as astral gendered.
Tom Segura.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, he was doing some morning press, and he came out as a gender from outer space. And it confused everyone on the show too. But I mean, it is real. It does exist, and we should stop making fun of it.
A gender experience that is derived from or the embodiment of an aesthetic. There are many different considered umbrella terms. Xenogender. I still don't. Gender is an interpretation. This is alien gender, which is different. Interpretation of a gender or genders from a non-human perspective.
I'm telling you, Ziggy Stardust is astral gender. That's like the whole thing, like the whole David Bowie.
I think you're
personality.
right. I
That's
think
it.
you're right.
It's based off that.
The gender rabbit holes I go down once in a while, and there are literally about 40 different kinds of genders under this one Wikipedia, and I just go, whoa, okay. I accept however you identify.
Right?
Give me a male virginity video.
Ooh.
Oh, we have TikToks too. Good.
Hello, Adam Scott Langford here. I'm here to talk to you about male virginity. No matter what society says, it is just as precious as female virginity. Hold on to it. You're going to find a woman, you fall in love, and you're going to wish you'd given everything to her. You're going to absolutely regret everything you did when you slept around and didn't think with anybody else.
Oh, wait. Did you just say slap her around?
No, slept around.
Oh, okay.
And did he say he had been sleeping around, or anybody who would sleep around? I don't get it. Anyway, keep going. Finish me off.
It is worthwhile. It is precious. Do not give it away. Save it for the woman you love, and you're going to be happier, and you're going to feel like you give something great to the woman who gives you everything and loves you just much or more. It is absolutely precious. Do not listen to society. You do not need to sleep around.
All right. Got it.
Dude.
Trust me. Y'all take care. I'm Scott Langford out.
This is a
Okay.
guy, like, if you get to the bus stop a couple minutes too early, and he's there, and he asks, like, you got a cigarette? And then you give him one, and then he's like, I'm actually from the Kodak fortune family. And then he goes on and on about stuff like that.
I feel like you have these conversations at bus stops.
a little too often.
Oh.
But doesn't he have that energy where it's just like
Well, here's the
oppressive?
deal. I have heard this from other people that save their virginity for marriage, and God bless them, and they say it's an important thing, and they have a special experience with it. Cool. He's doing a little too much convincing, it seems to me.
Yeah, he's one of those that's like clearly trying to turn the corner where he's like, no, I chose to be a virgin.
Yes, he's repeating himself over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Let's clear up the palette with some TikToks, shall we? Give me the talks.
Decided.
Uh-oh.
I'm divorcing Rick. He's out there on his boat like an idiot. He has no idea what's about to happen.
Hell
and
yeah.
guess what, Rick? We're done. Fuck you, Rick. Fuck you, Rick.
Hell yeah.
Way to go, Karen. And
I
Karen,
love that.
that's hysterical.
I love that. I would be the guy that's in the back and be like, how'd Rick hurt you, baby? Fuck Rick.
Come with me.
Yeah, fuck Rick. Let's get out of here.
You know what's weird about that? I bet a lot of men would react that way.
I'd be like, you know what? It's disrespectful. Rick's out there on that boat while you're all the way over here. He's leaving this pretty lady over here by himself.
Women out there, if you want to know the difference between men and women, this is an interesting point, because what you would expect most human beings to go, hey, I feel bad for Rick. Poor guy's finding out this is terrible for Rick.
Nah, he did something
Most
shitty.
guys go, oh, good, come with me.
I can already rationalize he did something. He's out on his stupid boat. He's
Yeah.
probably an asshole. He's out there, and she's over there on the beach. I'd be like, what a disrespectful piece of shit.
Yeah,
he is
yeah.
out there.
She does need somebody better like Josh.
Yeah, he doesn't even take you out on the boat. What is he doing leaving you here on the shore?
That's right.
I got a boat, baby. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Jesus is going to take the Christians. Jesus is going to take the Christians off the face of the earth in 3 weeks on the Feast of Trumpets. And the dumb people that have never invested in God's word are going to be left behind to go through the Great Tribulation. In the Great Tribulation, people in America are going to be killing each other to take their property and their homes. Money will be worth nothing. Donald Trump will not be in the White House because he's a Christian. He has Christians pray for him on a regular basis. If y'all had any sense, you'd be home watching the Republican National Convention to save the best country in the world, the best, most prosperous continent. Okay, now it has been wrong to call African Americans.
Oh my God, here we go.
I want to just follow the traffic behind her.
Longer than I have. My great grandfather came and he was.
Hit her! Just hit her with a car.
Oh.
Damn it. Hit her.
Oh my God.
I mean, just take 2 steps backwards. Lady.
Why is this the Republican version of crazy? It's always the same, right?
I mean, I think that it's kind of one of those horseshoe things where they meet in the middle, because I've heard some people that are
on the left too.
Yeah, where they're like, you know.
Well, and she also reminds me of one of your bus stop people, isn't she?
No, she's 100% the bus stop people.
Yeah, right.
I didn't even know what side she was on, because at first she's like, the Christians are all going to die, and then she's like, Donald Trump's not going to be in the White House, but you should be watching the convention. So I don't even know what side of the aisle she's on. You know,
is
she one of those undecided voters?
I was going to say this is the voting public. Yeah. This is what scares me. This is what's out there, buddy. Oh, he's a cool guy.
Is that Dean Delray?
It's a cool guy either way.
Look, I don't give a fuck about TikTok. Do you understand that? Take your 5 fucking messages you message me a day and shove it up your punk ass, worthless American TikTok workers ass.
American.
Huh.
Well, he threw American in there, which kind of threw me off the scent a little bit. And he doesn't have the cool guy eye. I would expect him to have the cool guy eye.
Which is the eye?
The drifting eye. That's a cool guy thing.
Oh, okay.
They all have that. They don't necessarily have the teeth that a cool guy has in.
Could his glasses be
obscuring it,
fixing it?
Yes, fixing or obscuring it. That's true.
He's got the sig. I always love the sig in the video.
Yeah,
that's
a nice
my
touch.
favorite. I try to do that myself. You know.
What else? Is there more to him? Oh,
I like that he's laying down. Who's he talking to? He's like, he's got 5 messages in his inbox.
And
Big
that
fucking
freaks
deal.
him out.
He's like, stop fucking spamming me, Larry. Yeah, who's he talking to? Can you get messages on TikTok? How does it work like that?
I think there's like a message
DM
thing.
center?
Like a DM thing, right? All right, here we go.
I have a very serious question for white people. Please do not cancel me. I don't have enough followers for that. And I'm not trying to make my life hard. This is a genuine question. There is no malice. I'm not here to make fun of nobody. I just
like
have
it,
a
dude.
genuine question.
Here you go.
And I guess this is also for like black people who don't live in the South as well. So my entire life, I have noticed, and black people that I come into contact with have noticed that there is a very distinct smell to white people whenever they're wet. I can't describe to you what the smell is just because like that's what it's called, wet white people. Like peaches smell like peaches, pomegranate smells like pomegranate, wet white people smell like wet white people. So my question is, for white people, do black people have a specific smell to us?
You don't want to ask that question, pal.
And then for black people who don't live in the South, do the white people by you when they're wet have a specific smell?
Don't ask that question.
I'm just curious because I've noticed it my entire life.
Well, I love it.
Finally comfortable and have the space to ask a bunch of people this question. And
you're going to regret it.
No, what I like is that he's. I think white people should think about that. You smell to what's his name? Do you know his name?
Oh, I don't disagree that people should think about the way that they, because as a white guy,
your matted hair pus on the back that had a smell. It was wet.
100%. I get that.
I'm sure. And white people are hairy.
This isn't my.
Wait. White people are hairy. I think it's a hair smell. It's like, right.
100%.
So you must be the poster child for that. We should like maybe expose you to this gentleman and say, oh, now here's.
I'd love for come on and smell me, bro. If you're not, unless he's gonna smell my fucking pus.
No, I cleared that up. That's
smell my fucking. I've had mouths on my asshole. I'm fine. Bring it on.
But what is that smell? Do you think? It's
I mean,
musty. It's like a wet dog smell.
I get what
right?
he's saying. Yes,
and like Segura would have it. Segura's
everybody,
hairy.
every guy that just if they don't shower and they just sweat
every
a
guy
bunch,
that's
right?
hairy. It's a hair thing.
Okay,
white people get hairy.
But here's my point to him, in that he can ask me.
I'd ask him, do women have it?
Yeah.
Because I don't think they do.
I bet he can, yeah. But my point is, though, he is talking about racially. Can he ask that question? As a white guy, I wouldn't care if a black guy asked me that question. Now, vice versa, you're going to get, if he went to some certain white people and were like, do black people smell different? You'd get a diatribe of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
It's actually one of those things that's completely racist. You know what I mean? So
yes.
I don't know if he wants to open that can of worms.
I like the way he's turned it. I like his version of it.
I get it, though. You're right. But I don't know. Is that like, okay, so like, you're saying hairless white people don't have this smell?
I'm going to guess that's the main smell he's smelling. I'm going to guess.
I would like to ask
There's a lot of
that.
bacteria live in the hair and stuff, and you wet them, and it has a different scent to it.
I wonder if you asked him
I'm
if
gonna
a
pay
hairless
attention to
white
that.
person, if he would...
I'd start with women. Do women have it?
Okay.
Yeah, so the white women, I imagine, don't have it. Here we go. Why does he have a...
He's dead.
Hey! Okay?
She woke up and realized she was in space.
Oh my God!
She passed out in the middle of skydiving, and then she came to in the air.
That's
pretty
fun.
good. That's
I want to
good
do. I wish there was a way you could do that to people, where you could like that was like a service that a parachute company provided, where you could like I don't know, give someone a coma for a couple of hours, and then you take them up, and then you wake them up and be like, it's a girl, and then they're like, you know what I mean, or whatever. You surprise them with some
Josh,
news.
keep using that mind for good, please.
Yeah.
Let's get a voice message. Here we go.
What's up, Drew? This is David out here in LA. So I was curious why it is that the amount I produce when I ejaculate is different depending on how into the person I am. If I'm more attractive, I end up producing more.
Yeah.
And the kicker is that if I'm really into somebody as a person, I could produce up to 3 times as much.
Right. Okay.
And side note, I also found that it's the same thing with porn. When I'm masturbating, I produce more if I'm into the certain style of porn that I'm watching. If you could answer this, that'd be great. Appreciate it.
So,
keep my insight.
Yeah, buddy. So for some people, the level of stimulation does correlate with the amount of fluid your prostate is putting out.
Cool.
Think about it this way. This is the way I help people understand it. You have other body secretions that will accelerate in response to stimulation. Like if you sit down in front of a good steak, what happens?
I was just going to say that. You'd get drooly.
Much more saliva than if you're sitting down in front of a corn on the cob or something.
Right.
Certain things stimulate fluid production. And we don't question women produce fluid when they're aroused, and when they're very aroused, they produce
Sure
more
do.
fluid sometimes. And men, it's a very similar thing. So there you go. Good question. Good voice.
No
message.
stimulant produces blood, though, right?
Nothing that produce like you to put out blood or to
Like
create to increase your blood volume.
Well, I guess like to secrete it. You know what I mean?
No, we don't secrete blood.
Or whatever.
No, we don't blood. We don't put out. Here we go. That voice.
Kind of, right?
Question for you. So I'm a 31-year-old, like, healthy guy, no real issues to speak of. A couple of years back, I had an issue of, I guess you'd call performance anxiety. Just couldn't really, couldn't keep it high and tight, if you will. So to get over it, I got some of those gas station pills,
Hell yeah.
And really kind of cured me. Thing is, now, it's been a couple of years. I don't use them regularly, but when I don't use them, I'm just not satisfied with how hard everything is down there. And I was just wondering if there's any kind of health, risk
Is there side effects to those?
recreationally just taking these things.
I mean, if you use a lot of them, yes.
What's a lot?
I mean, more than what's recommended.
Oh, sure.
But if you use recommended, it's no big deal.
What's in those?
Things like yohimbe and things like that.
What's that?
Used to be things we use for erectile performance. So I think it's from a tree bark or something. But
So it's like natural.
Kind of. There's usually other. I mean, none of it's natural. Let's be fair. There's just chemicals that do this. But why not get a real prescription for a small dose of?
Well,
Viagra
sometimes here's the thing. I'll tell you the mindset of a guy who gets one of these.
Okay.
Gas station
Please
pills.
tell us. Tell us what someone who buys these things might be thinking.
Well, you see, A prescription is something that's like, what's the word? Presumptive.
Well, you can get it from Roman and hymns and all kind of stuff these days. You can do it,
of course,
online.
again, presumptive, though. It's a volume thing. So you're like, I don't know that I'm going to need a Roman or a hymns. I'm going to be...
it's a threshold. It's like if you're going all the way to getting a prescription, you must have a problem.
No, not that at all. That's not even it for me whatsoever.
Oh, you?
I don't care about
you.
I mean,
not just
the guy.
the guy going to a gas
whatever.
station.
I'm just for instance.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying is it's not about the issue itself. It's about the presumption of how much sex am I going to have. To get a whole bottle of fucking shit, you're like, well, I don't know that I'm going to go plow through these.
I see.
When you have a instance arise
So
out of nowhere, so you're kind of like, oh, shit, and then you're like, where can I go? And all of a sudden you're buying a Rhino.
About ready to hand. Ready at hand.
Exactly.
And I would say plan ahead and get 4 or 5 Viagra pills and have those around. I mean, why not use something that we know is safe and effective and really works? And
I'd love to have one of those real ones because those other ones are fucking. I mean, the next day you're like, something wrong with me.
Well, you go take care of that back belly button, and maybe we'll get.
Can I get with my new insurance? Can I get Viagra?
Yeah.
Holy hell!
Yeah. Well, they probably don't cover it.
Even if you don't have erectile dysfunction, do you just lie and just be like, my dick's not working?
No, if you say that.
Do they test it? Is what I'm asking.
No, you use performance anxiety. It's a way to help guys with that.
And they're not like, all right, well, we're gonna have to test your boners.
No. It's just a small amount too. You just use a small amount for occasional use. Voice message. Want more?
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name's Michael, 35, from Texas. I've seen y'all periodically on the show talk about fisting and the curve there, and making the curve. And I'm actually a fan of a lady named Hot Kiki Joe on the adult website that can take an arm all the way pretty much to the bottom of the rib cage and the fister pretty much all past the elbow, almost to the shoulder. That's definitely making the curve, either that or she's a voodoo or something. Obviously it's possible, but how is it possible? And is it dangerous? And I implore y'all to give her a look. Let's see on the internet. Her name is Hot Kiki Joe. That's about it. I love the show. Keep it high and tight.
Show me Hot Kiki Joe.
We discussed fisting that way last time I was on, you recall? And I had so many messages, not about this particular individual, but just that they've seen it done.
Yes.
And my response to those folk was always like, sure, it's not impossible, but the average person can't do this type of thing. I mean, this is like...
Correct. But you're having
what's the show that Bert's about to be on TV where they're like, have guys putting like hooks in their fucking nipples and shit, and then they're lifting cars and stuff.
Jesus.
Like, that's the kind of freak show shit. This woman should go on that show.
Yeah, it's freaky stuff. Yeah. And probably what they're doing is, so they're getting up and then they're making the curve and then they're getting across and they're dragging everything up with them.
Cool.
So the sigmoid colon gets pushed up.
Do they touch their
around
food
a little bit?
When they're that high, are they like touching their food and shit?
No, it's all just shit.
Well, it's their shit, but it's like...
No, it's just shit. That's that end of the
But they're getting up there so high that they're feeling like where the shit's hanging out.
They may feel the spleen by reaching all the way up there.
Oh my God!
But the left side is it's the last third of the colon. That's still just stool.
So they feel their own spleen. That's like some shit that only doctors usually do, right?
We don't feel spleen from the colon. Not from the colon. We don't. They might hit a kidney too along the way there.
But they can touch it with their hands.
No, you're outside the body.
Oh yeah, you're in the hole.
But you could you could reach as far as
that's my kidney there.
Palpating it, right?
Like when you put a finger in a girl's beehole and you can feel your dick inside of her vagina.
Yes.
Right? I was right.
I have to think hard to follow you, Josh. But yes.
Thank you.
Yes. It's exactly. You can palpate the penis from the rectum.
I did it. I figured it out.
Oh, I'm so proud. Anyway, more voice message.
Just trying to make it palatable for the layman out there.
I get it. No, you ask great questions. You're always thinking.
Hey, Daddy. Hey, Mommy. Love the show, guys. I am a seemingly normal chomo from Colorado, except for one dirty little secret. I like to pick my scabs and eat them. I've always liked to do this, ever as far back as I can remember. I like the taste of the scab in my mouth, and I like the feeling of picking them.
Yeah.
I even go so far as to, if I see scabs on my wife or somebody, I feel like I want to pick that scab too.
But you don't.
I think I'm just hopelessly TikToked, but I wanted to get your guys' input on that and get some help. All right, love you guys, and for all you children out there that like to pick your scabs, don't do it. It's bad.
Okay, look it up. It's got a name, but just put pick, scab, and eating.
He's got a wife, so what is he complaining about?
No, he's doing fine.
Yeah.
And the fact that he can control it, picking scabs and eating them. Look, it comes
I don't
right
have
up.
a thing with scabs and eating them, but
dermatotillomania. Yeah, it goes in with the skin picking.
I definitely have. Yeah, I have the skin picking. Like I bite my cuticles like crazy. Like I'll go into like what I describe as a K-hole almost, where I'll just be ripping at my cuticles until they bleed.
Dermatotillomania.
Oh my God, I'm bleeding.
It's a common thing. It's an OCD thing. It is again, all these sort of OCD type syndromes are very difficult to treat, but as long as you can control them and live with them, it's not that big a deal. And eating your own scab's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to cause scarring where you pick them off. That's the problem.
Eat them up, baby. Whatever gives you joy.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
Let your wife. I mean, shit. If you're his wife, shouldn't you just be like, "Hey, babe, like a special night, like it's his birthday or something," and be like, "I got this shit from gardening earlier. If you want to rip it off."
I think she might think of him differently after that, though. Yeah. Be careful, Josh, what you ask to do to your partners.
Okay.
They might think otherwise.
I thought if they loved me, they would be okay with that.
Like palpating your penis from.
That's fun.
Anterior.
Be like, I remember the first time I did that, I was like, I can feel my penis right now.
Yeah.
This is cool. And I said that, and she was like, Me too.
You're such a romantic.
And sometimes during sex, I do get like to the point where I'm like I'm astonished, where I'm just like, wow. I say things like that. Just that, like that time I fisted that lady, I was just like, look at this right here. This is something. Like I'm seeing a comet or something.
Yeah, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. So sometimes a girl will do something. I'll go, hey, look at you.
You're just a romantic. Let's hear another voice message.
Hey everybody, this is Daniel. I had a question. I have a very dark blue purplish vein that goes along my sac, my testicles, and I don't know how long it's been there. I'm 39 now, but it wasn't there in my 20s. Also, my balls hang very, very low.
Good
They
times.
tend to even dip in the toilet water sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if either of those two things are related or if either of those are symptoms of something else. Anything you can let me know about either of those would be great.
All right. I think what you're describing is something called a varicocele. Show me varicoceles, which are just sort of clusters of vessels in the testicle. They're not that uncommon. It's not that big.
You got
a
to
deal.
own it, and you got to make girls curious to see it, and then they'll be like, "Let me see that vein I hear all about," and then they get to show them your balls.
Let's see. There's no really good pictures of it, are there? Yeah, you see it right there. Those sort of clusters of veins up there.
You make it a legend.
And you see how it's sort of in the back there. It sort of goes in the back side, right?
So it's not visible, you don't think?
Yeah,
it's visible enough for him to see it,
Well,
apparently.
you see the drawing on the lower right there? That's
yeah.
kind of what it looks like. It can kind of be bluish sometimes. So there you go. Varicocele, no big deal.
I say you spin the PR and you make ladies curious about it.
Yeah. Do a Josh on her.
Yeah.
So look at you. That's an interesting thing to say to somebody. How do they respond when you say that?
In terms of what?
Are they? I
don't have a crazy vein. I was just
no.
trying to help
When you say that to somebody else, is that do they take it as like a badge of?
Well, you can't say it to somebody. You have to let the word. It's got to go word of mouth. It's like any sort of great advertising or anything that goes viral. It has to be. You have to kind of like get the word out to your buddies.
No, wait a minute. Look at you. You say sometimes to people, you go, "Look at you." When they're in an act.
Sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes. And I'm wondering how your partners receive that. Are they proud of themselves? Like, look at that. I made that. I made my partner astonished.
Some of them kind of like just don't acknowledge it, and some of them kind of like they're like, yeah, and then we go about our business. So because I've not really had any adverse.
Look at you. To me, strikes me as a very interesting kind of kind of a acknowledgement of a partner.
They try not to get taken from the moment, so they're like, yeah, you like that, or whatever.
So what's packed into what's packed into look at you is sort
for
of
me. That's me like going like, wowie,
good for you.
Yeah, like holy hell. I mean, good job.
Right, good job. It's sort of a good job. And I'm wondering what I'm wondering is if your partners take it that way.
I think they do.
Or if they just go, oh, what?
I think they do. They're like, what do you, some of them giggle or whatever, like, what do you mean? And you're
Yeah.
like, you're just blowing my mind right now with this nonsense.
See? Look at you.
Or when I say like, oh, I can feel my dick with my thumb.
Look at you.
Isn't that cool? And then they're like, yeah, they're trying to deal with, being filled up. So they're probably not really worried about what I'm I'm learning about myself.
They're just trying to figure out how to make Josh come.
Yeah,
which is
we're figuring it out, by the way. I think I'm
Oh.
getting closer.
What?
I'm telling you. I think I've got a couple theories. Need a couple more experiments, and
let us know. Let us in on this, and we'll update soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing I can really articulate with words yet, but I think I kind of know what I'm like gaming for here.
In terms of the space your mind has to be in, or in terms of the
A little bit of both.
kind of stimulation you
Like
need,
what's
or-
going on physically and where I need my brain to be. Yes.
and the kind of person you need to be with, or anything like that. Is that the stimulus need to be?
Yes, perhaps sexually. It doesn't necessarily have to be. You know what's weird? Okay, so like this is kind of bringing down the fourth wall a little bit. But in like doing these make Josh come one night stand sort of situations that have occurred, they've been all very fantastic. And I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by how cool these women are.
Okay.
Like, and I don't mean that in cool in terms of the lexicon in which we've created.
Not cool
I mean like
guys.
legitimately chill and like
Chill, not cool.
cool people to spend time with.
Chill, not cool.
Yes, chill. So like once it's over, I kind of go like, wouldn't that be neat to like have forever?
To be able
you
to-
know what I mean?
Oh,
but
they're-
like
so they're-
not necessarily with those people.
So
but
they're
I'm saying, like,
succeeding.
yeah, they're like it's making you go like, wouldn't that be neat to like have a person be that chill that you want to see again? But these situations are built that it's like this is the instance, and then we go about our business.
And are they succeeding?
And no,
they're not succeeding.
no, but I mean I could feel it like going. In
We're
that.
getting close.
I definitely know that I need like repetitive time with a person.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's progress.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll check in again in a few weeks and see how this is going.
Yeah, I give it a couple more than a few. We're in a pandemic; it's a little tough to get laid out there.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We got
And I got to get this fucking surgery, right?
Yes.
How
you
long
do.
can I tell? I can. You went to a college football game right after,
like
so I
3
could
days
fuck
later.
right after, right?
Yes, probably. And what are the experiments you want to do?
Experiments.
You said you want to do some experiments to get the Josh coming quicker.
Oh no! By experiments, I just meant more occasions of
More experience.
Yeah, exactly.
More experience, not just experiments.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Josh. Great job.
Thank you for having me, and
I-
thank you for repairing me. By the way, I mean I feel a million times better, even though I haven't had the procedure yet or whatever.
Oh no,
so-
it looks a lot better. It looks a
Yeah,
lot
it's
better. It
fantastic,
was
so-
as you know, I called you during the week. I was worried about this thing. But
yeah.
it's
when
been-
were you the most worried about it in its beginning, like when we did the first one, or like just recently when you called me?
No, when I packed it deep, when I packed the whole thing,
That big one, yeah.
and we saw the extent of the cavity, I thought, oh boy, this needs a surgery. There's not much I can do about this, but maybe I'll get lucky, and this technique I'm using will close it up, and it will heal, and the antibiotics will work. We'll buy some time. And
Nice.
That's what happened.
And that's what happened.
And I wasn't sure we had achieved that, and that's why I was sort of calling you, like, kind of, does it feel okay? Is this going okay? And
Word.
you reassured me that we're making progress, so I feel like. And today I've seen it, and it looks amazing.
And I'm gonna pick out a surgeon now. And
Yeah.
how bad can I pick out a surgeon? That's like
For
what's
this
the risks?
procedure, it's so
Okay.
simple. Anybody that's board certified with good training, you're fine.
But what are the
In fact,
for the
think more-
regular person out there who's got to pick a person, maybe not for this type of surgery, or anything? What are really the odds of you picking a fucking botch artist? Do you know what I'm saying? Like some hack.
It really depends what the surgical situation is. There are routine surgeries that may sound exotic to you, but to a general surgeon are very routine.
Mm-hmm.
And any board certified general surgeon can handle it.
Any?
Okay.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
yes.
fucking statement.
Board
I feel.
certified. Board certified.
Okay.
Once you make beach board certification,
That's
you have
just-
a certain level of expertise, and that's that.
That's nice to know.
If it is some sort of advanced, pouch, you're building something, or it's a cancer surgery or something, you want to go towards a teaching hospital and see
I
what's
see.
going on there. And you can mess things up.
So
that
it's
way.
hard to pick someone that's gonna fuck you up. Like you're not gonna get some guy who walk in, it's like a back alley deal or
Board
whatever.
certification.
Yeah.
Just always look for board certification. You know you have a certain level of expertise. It is not easy to get board certified. You have to have lots of training, and the testing and all that and you have to maintain it. So it's a thing.
What happens? I'm sorry, I know you want to get out of here. I'm asking too many questions about this, but what happens when you don't, like when you're trying to become board certified? How many people wash out of that? Like, and what is the process for that? They kill people or something like
Well,
that?
no, most people sort of wash out of the residency program or fellowship training and do something else. They go in his but pretty much you find your way to some kind of. I mean, you might just do hair transplants or something. You know what I mean? You might have.
Because I know Tom wants to be a chiropractor, and I said, all the best way to follow your dreams is just to test it on people, and if they get paralyzed, they get paralyzed.
He's doing that on Nadav.
No, I know, and I said that's if Nadav loves him and wants to encourage his passion, it's worth the wheelchair.
Allow him. That's right. That's what I told him too. No, he's gonna be fine. He's going to crack his back. I can do it too. It's no big deal. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. Thank you all. Again, that number 818-253-1693 and Dr. After Dark for the Gmails. And Josh, last minute plugs here.
Like I said, I'm going to have some dates that hopefully I'll be able to announce very soon. That'll be hopefully earlier than November. But in the meantime, right now, November 17th and 18th, that's Huntsville, Alabama, and Nashville, Tennessee. And then also November 20th in Chicago is on the books, but who the fuck knows if that one's going to happen. But it's all up there at my Twitter, at J_Potter. And it's on the pinned tweet. You can get all the ticket links and everything like that. And please watch my Twitch stream in the meantime, twitch.tv/Josh_Potter.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.